You are tuned to Channel 19. The broadcast began before you were born.
What do I get? A flea-ridden old cat.
Before Goosebump books, before Freddy Krueger made it to prime time, we had these. Well-meaning, educational, morally upright, but absolutely terrifying. Let's talk about the golden age of accidental childhood trauma, also known as 90s public service announcements.
It could mean actual advances in the field of science.
It's almost as if you've been doing too much science.
I don't need drugs because they can make me goofy.
Take a bite out of crime.
Ah yes, the comforting sound of a humanoid basset hound threatening the concept of crime itself. Let's talk about the weirdest part about growing up in the 90s. All the government warnings were delivered by cartoon animals. Now imagine it's Saturday morning. You're on the floor, bowl of cereal the size of your head, watching your favorite cartoons. Then suddenly, a cartoon dog steps in to tell you not to do drugs. The dog is serious, gravely serious. Your Cocoa Puffs go limp. Take McGruff. He's a trench coat wearing dog with the voice of your neighbor's chain smoking uncle. He didn't just say drugs were bad. He looked like he sold them at a discount behind the bowling alley.
McGruff here. If someone asks you to try drugs, think of me and say what I'd say.
Why does he sound like he's gonna ask me if I got the stuff? Why is this dog disappointed in me? Why did he always look like he wanted to beat me up in a parking lot? McGruff didn't want to help you fight crime. He wanted you to know that you were already under arrest. Then there's that weird dare lion that no one remembers the name of, who looks like he got kicked out of a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic band for giving motivational speeches. He was supposed to make us say no to drugs, but he just made me say no to fursuits.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
And the G.I. Joe guys, they'd show up in the woods to explain basic morality with the urgency of a hostage negotiator.
Remember, never get in anything that could close up and trap you.
Like an old trunk or an abandoned refrigerator.
Noted, I'll hide in the oven next time.
They call me Yuck Mouth.
Oh, and let's not forget Yuck Mouth, a literal goblin designed to haunt your molars. The message was simple: if you eat candy, you become a public health crisis. To this day, I still feel guilty when I chew gum. These mascots seemed wholesome, but when you really look at them, they're just fuzzy little enforcers, teaching us that the world is dangerous and that authority always has a cartoon sidekick. Whether it was fire safety or narcotics, the message was clear. There's no problem so terrifying it can't be outsourced to a vaguely threatening animal in a vest. These weren't mascots. These were warning signs wearing trench coats. Wait, why am I in front of a Sbarro?
Attention shoppers. Reality has temporarily ended. Please enjoy a slice of pizza and reflect on your decisions.
Sorry. Channel 19 does that sometimes. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. This is your breakfast ruined by the Department of Justice. If you were a kid in the 80s or 90s, your first introduction to adult problems came in the form of scrambled eggs, scary music, and this sense that this is somehow your fault. Here's one where a dad finds his son's drugs and the kid flips it like a reverse Uno card.
Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
That's right. You're not just a disappointment. You also made your son a drug addict.
Only you.
These PSAs didn't just try to scare us, they tried to morally rewire us through weaponized shame. If you smoked, you were a failure. If you drank, you were a monster. If you knew somebody who drank, you might already be responsible for somebody's funeral. And if you even look at a frying pan, guess what, narc? You're already complicit. Alright, who's controlling the lower thirds now?
I am in control now, and respectfully, your pacing is off.
Cool. My editor is sentient now. No pressure. In the 80s, we were trained to believe that strangers were basically NPCs with knives.
If you tell anybody about our little secret, I'll kill your dog.
you had a better survival rate in Oregon Trail than in the average suburban sidewalk. Every other PSA was basically telling you never trust anybody ever. Stranger danger turned the entire adult population into a suspicious trenchcoat-wearing blur. Need help finding your mom at the store? Sorry, Timmy. She's gone. You live here now, between the clearance bins and the stranger with a mustache. And then there's this legendary Canadian PSA, the house hippo.
All is quiet. Or is it? The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States.
Soft music, cozy lighting, it feels like a childhood memory, but it's actually a stealth lesson in media distrust.
That looked really real, but you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you? That's why it's good to think about what you're watching on TV and ask questions, kind of like you just did.
You think you're watching a Discovery Channel segment about a whimsical household hippo, but nope. Twist ending, you're gullible, and the TV is lying to you. I'm sorry, you tricked me, and now I have to reflect on my own mental habits?
I'm Sparky, and I help the Elisa Ann Roos Burn Foundation teach people how not to get burned.
And let's not forget the stop, drop, and roll clown, because nothing says calm in a fire like an unblinking mime yelling in your face.
Brian and Natasha, can you show me what to do if your clothes catch on fire?
The message here was simple. Fire is everywhere, and you're probably already on fire, but at least you know how to stop, drop, and roll.
Rule number 3. Never reheat anything that came from the dream fridge, even if it's your favorite, even if it's shaped like a dinosaur. The radiation won't reach what's hiding in the middle.
This has been a message from Channel 19, keeping kids safe since 1973.
You're safe with Channel 19.
Why do you think your mommy or daddy are always telling you, don't put that in your mouth?
Here's one that tried to soften the blow by letting puppets do the dirty work. Just a couple of googly-eyed felt blobs, telling children not to eat mysterious street garbage.
Ugh, I don't want to be sick. And that's why before you eat anything, you should always ask someone you love if it's okay.
Okay, I love you. Can I eat the guitar?
No.
Oh.
Even Sesame Street was like, okay guys, maybe rein it in a little.
Don't put things in your mouth when you don't know what they are. If you eat somebody else's medicine, or some bad food, or some poison, you could get very sick. Yeah. Always ask someone you love before you put anything in your mouth.
We were shown horrifying consequences, but with cartoon smiles. It's like if Mr. Rogers began every episode with, let's visit the land of make-believe, but Timmy forgets to wear his seatbelt and now exists in 4 dimensions.
Take one hit and you'll do anything to cop more. Steal from your mama, lie, cheat.
This 80s anti-drug PSA features a man turning into a literal snake mid-argument. I mean, metaphor, sure, but also, hello, sleep paralysis demon.
Yes!
I remember this one about fruit safety. It said if you ate too much candy, your head would turn into a banana. I don't think I ate candy for like 6 years after this. Oh wait. I think this is a Gushers commercial. So yeah, your toaster probably won't set you on fire. Your cat probably isn't high on meth, unless you're in Florida. But the scariest part of these PSAs wasn't the imagery, it was the messaging. They weren't just warning kids about danger, they were quietly reshaping the way we think about danger. Obedience, shame, authority, the belief that if something goes wrong, it's your fault for not listening hard enough. And hey, maybe that's totally normal. Maybe childhood media should include subliminal messages to fear clowns and reject fun and trust anthropomorphic bears with public policy. Or maybe this was a prototype for how fear could be used to manipulate all of us as adults. I mean, it's not like corporations still use fear to influence behavior now, right?
They're eating the dogs.
What would a positive PSA even look like? Instead of don't do drugs, your dog will cry, maybe stay hydrated. Your brain loves it. Tell the truth. It builds trust. And your plants will grow better, probably. Kindness is free, unlike orthodontics. Imagine growing up with messaging that reinforced your potential instead of your shame. That taught you to care for others not out of fear, but out of empathy. Next time someone tells you they don't trust the government, they're not being paranoid. They just watch too many Saturday morning cartoons.
This is a public safety announcement brought to you by Channel 19. You may think watching public service announcements is harmless, even educational, but repeated exposure can lead to long-term side effects. Symptoms may include distrust of microwaves, fear of frying pans, hallucinations of talking dogs, and a deeply rooted suspicion that your parents are hiding something. Again, if your memories start to smell like burning plastic, stop watching. If your reflection offers you a cigarette, do not accept. Please, for your safety, rewind your thoughts. And remember, PSAs are meant to protect you, but who protects you from the PSAs?
Thank you for watching Channel 19. You've already seen too much.